The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Antonio Wimbush was poised for a monster season in 2017. He had rushed for 20 touchdowns in his first 2 years at Mossy Creek and had 118 yards and 3 scores in a Week 1 matchup with Pikeville. Emotions quickly flipped in the first quarter of a Week 2 contest against St. Augustine's.
Broke for about 30 yards. Tried to cut one way, got tackled the opposite way. Took a step, didn't feel right, came off, started jogging. I told the trainers, I was like, hey, if you give me a brace, I'm sure I'll be able to go back in. And they're like, well, we'll sit you down and we'll look at it. So they took my left leg, started moving it, didn't move. Took my right leg, started moving it, started shifting.
The 2016 first-team All-SAC pick had torn his ACL and meniscus, putting an end to the 2017 season. In high school, Wimbush played through a broken collarbone. Running backs coach Mike Clowning saw the leadership skills rise to the surface in the film room and on the field.
I mean, he really struggled for a little while mentally, just kind of wrapping his finger around the fact that he wasn't going to get to play. But then just to kind of watch, his time pass, to kind of get past that point and to discover, like, I can't play this year, but what can I do to be as good as I can be when I get back and get back as fast as I can? I think that's probably one of the most impressive processes I've seen as far as a guy go through an injury.
Crediting athletic trainer Matt Cahoon for his recovery, Wimbush was squatting 520 pounds in 6 months. Spending time with a running back, Cahoon saw the work ethic immediately.
After the 6 weeks, when he was cleared to be able to start weight bearing, you could tell that he wanted to just skip the walking altogether and go straight to running, which you can't do. But you could tell that as that time passed, that he knew from a mental standpoint, from a physical standpoint, that it was time to start doing work, and that was a good thing. Working with him is that he was a motivated individual workhorse, that when it was time to get started, that he was ready to go.
While the injury was a setback in the short term, Wimbush used the time to learn a lesson. He realizes that tomorrow is not promised and is maximizing each day. The byproduct has helped Clowney teach his position group.
As a coach, you always go in a room, you talk about the things that you want to be able to get and achieve, and it's hard for guys to understand that unless they have a picture. And I think that's probably the most impressive thing is when we go in the video room and we turn on film, he gives us that example of exactly what we're looking for. So the running backs, when they go in and say, okay, like basically you do it like Wimbo. And it's one or two things that he does that's a little bit different that really doesn't fit some of the other running backs. And that's what I wind up having to correct because they all want to do it exactly the way that he does. And, and all of our bodies are made different. But that's probably the biggest thing that he gives you is that example that guys can see it done and see it done the right way.
The goals for 2018 have been adjusted for Wimbush. Rather than being focused on individual numbers, the Georgia native has centered his energy on a team-based outcome.
I got all into that, the whole rushing yards or this many touchdowns or whatever, and just having that year off, I just kind of faded away from that. Not that I don't want the goals, it's just like I said, I'm just trying to take it day by day and taking it with the best of my ability.
Thanks to the work off the field, Wimbush is prepared to get between the lines and provide a spark for the Eagles. It's been a long road back with plenty of ups and downs, but the running back is ready to continue his progression. Coach Mike Turner said that he brings, quote, a confidence that makes other people around the huddle better. For the Mike Turner Show, I'm Michael Wattrang.